Today, we'll be taking a look at the pump to bellow hose on this Whirlpool front load washing machine. Be sure to visit ApplianceVideo.com, where you will find thousands of repair videos on the latest technology. And for a limited time, you can save big on an annual membership and take advantage of all of our premium benefits. ApplianceVideo.com. Do it right the first time. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the water. You will need the following tools to complete this repair. To begin, you must first remove this top panel. Now, in order to do so, on the back here we have 3 1/4" screws that have to be removed. Let's take these out. Then, to remove the top panel, you will simply push back, start to lift up, and set it to the side. Now that we have that taken off, let's go ahead and start to remove the console. We have 2 1/4" screws on top. Pull these out here. Then let's slide the dispenser out. You'll press the button toward the back left and remove it. And underneath here, we have 2 T20 Torx screws that have to be taken out. Once you have these removed, you start to slide back on the dispenser a little bit, and you'll lift up on the console to slide it forward. Disconnect your Molex inside of here. Gently pinch and pull. And then set your console to the side. Now that we have that removed, I went ahead and propped the unit up on a piece of wood so we can remove the 4 screws underneath. Take these out and set it to the side. Next, we'll move up and open the door. There's a couple things we'll have to do. First, you're going to have to find the spring for the bellow, and you'll have to pull off the spring portion for the seal. Put that down, and we're going to push the seal rubber in. So lift off. Then use a T20 Torx to remove the 2 screws for your door lock. Pull that out and make sure this is pushed in. And lastly, we have 3 5/16 screws that have to be taken out. I'm going to start with the middle one. Close the door. Remove the others. When I'm removing the last one though, I'm going to hold my knee up to the front to make sure it doesn't fall. Pull out the last one. Lift up on the panel and set it to the side. Now that we have the front removed, we have clear access to the pump to bellow hose, and that runs from the top of the bellow all the way down the side and down to the recirculation pump. Now, the main reason why you'd be replacing this hose is if it is leaking. Sometimes you'll get like a little pinhole maybe on one of the joints here, or when it's trying to recirculate the water, you'll see water drip down. If this is the case, it will need to be replaced, and usually that can be found by a quick visual inspection. Now, in order to replace this hose, first we're going to have to remove the clamps. So start with the top one, remove this clamp, and then I'm just going to move down to the bottom here and pull this one up too. And then we need to remove the hose from the top of this bellow here by sliding up. And then it is mounted all the way across the frame with these plastic clips. So then keep going down the rest of the side here and sliding it off. Now right here, we're gonna have to remove the door latch from it. And we'll bring it back just to keep it in the same place. Pull it off on the very bottom and set the hose to the side. When installing your new pump to bellow hose, we're going to start with the angled side. Make sure you put the clamp on prior to pushing it on. Get it into place, just slide it on here. And then we're gonna start to move it up the side. Remember, take off your door latch. We're going to slide this behind it and lock it into place. And bring our door latch back. Keep going up the rest of the way. And each one of these clips should have a flat spot on the hose where it clips on. So utilize that. Get to the very top and slide back on the hose to the bellow. Let's go ahead and reinstall our clamps. Do the one on the top. Just go down and do the one on the bottom. Now we can reinstall the front panel. When reinstalling your front panel, we're going to get one screw ready, and then we're going to line up the front, lift it up, and hook it on the sides. It gives us just a little bit of hold there to where we can reinstall the first few screws. Should line it up. Install this one, install this one. Reinstall this one. Next, let's reinstall the door latch. We'll go ahead and open the door, and we'll want to reinstall the door switch. So we'll bring our drill and the screws. We'll have to reach in, figure out how the door switch goes on here. Goes like this. Let's start to put a screw in here and tighten it up. And reinstall the second screw. Make sure you hold on to the door lock. Then let's bring our bellow seal in and start to put it over your lip. You'll twist up and push in, go all the way around. Make sure you are secure all the way, and then we can reinstall the spring. When reinstalling your spring, we will position the spring portion on the bottom and then get it lined up on the top. Try to get it as center as possible. I'm going to use a small Phillips screwdriver to put it into the hole of the spring on the opposite side. Use my hip to hold it. Make sure it's lined up on the top. And then I'm going to use a pair of pliers to pull over. Work the spring around the bellows. All the way around until it tucks under. Make sure the door closes. And now we will reinstall the screws on the bottom. Now with the unit propped back up, let's go ahead and reinstall the underside screws. And now we can reinstall the console. When reinstalling your console, first you're going to bring it in at an angle and gently slide back in our Molex. Then slide it in to where it hooks onto the front. Should clip in place. We will bring our dispenser back into position and then go ahead and reinstall your 2 Torx screws. Slide back in your drawer, switch back over and reinstall the 2 1/4-inch screws on the top. Now we can reinstall the top. When reinstalling your top panel, you'll want to start it back a little ways and you'll want the slotted portion to be on the front, the screw portion to be on the back. Drop it down and it'll stick out probably about a 1/4 inch. Drop it in, and finally, let's go ahead and reinstall the 3 screws. And this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com. If you found this video helpful, make sure you click the like and subscribe to our channel.